Looks like I am live. Alright, so I'm kind of doing. Oh, didn't mean to fire an arrow. But yeah, basically, I found out that my little cousins are going to be coming over, and I'm not sure if they're going to be here at all tomorrow, so I'd rather do a stream when I'm. Hold on a second. Just like earlier. No, that's not what I. Oh, no, didn't mean to minimize OBS. Just wanted to get the chat box a little bit to the side here. That way I can at least see when people are leaving me with messages. Yeah, let's see then. I'm going to grab my wireless headset just to check the broadcast on my phone real quick just to see how the audio is. All right. I'm hearing myself over everything. There's a bit of a delay. I'll move the. Yeah, previous stream barely could hear me over the video game audio. At least now it's sounding better. Alright, gonna turn off the volume on my phone, that way that's not being picked up. Earlier I was saying that I was thinking about going and fighting against the pinwheel boss fight, but I think I'm going to go for Gaping Dragon first, because I do have a little over 3,000 souls that I wound up dropping when I was down there earlier, and now that I got my bow at a +7, I don't want to waste all my expensive arrows. What the? Oh, hey, Lottie. I didn't realize you were still in here. I'll let you out. Oh, she must have been hiding underneath my chair or something. Oh, shit. That would have sucked losing all of those souls because I wound up needing to let my cat out. Hollow Warrior armor. Alright, is that better than what I'm currently wearing? Nope, so far the Crimson armor is the best. Maybe I'll turn down the volume just a little bit. I don't want it, like, I want it audible. I just don't want it to be as bad as it was earlier on stream. Torch Hollow just had Ultra Instinct. Let's see now. Wait a second. Do they not respawn after killing them? That's the case. Like, all I gotta put up with is some dogs now. Screw you, doggo. Alright, I don't have to deal with the cook again. That's really good for me. Alright, let's go. Killing these rat bastards this time. Need a little bit more firepower, but I don't want to use up the large arrows. Maybe I will switch to the large arrows for the big rats. Alright, get closer to me. Come on. Yeah, I think if I go this way, it's going to be the safest path for me to be able to make it to the next bonfire. Soul of a Nameless Soldier. Screw you, Torch Hollow. Alright. Ah, shit. I just realized that I already had a humanity. Which means that I'm going to need to hold on to this one humanity I got till I get past Quelaag. You know, it is what it is. The Great Axe. A weapon I can't use in my run. I think I might have forgotten to put the bow only part in the run name. Oh well. Yeah, coming at it this way is a lot better. I'm just going to need to send Gwyn the bill. Just like, yeah, here's that you had a bunch of rats down inside of your aquifer. That's going to be about 20,000 souls. Actually, about 25,000 after I'm done with that dragon. Ah, shit. I was a little bit off. I think all that means is that I have to fight Kirk and that I might have to... Ah, shit. Alright. Ah, damn it. This slime's gonna be in the way. I have to get so fucking close to it just to deal damage. This is a bit ridiculous. It'd be a perfect time for Kirk to show up, and this thing is blocking his path too. Since he can't damage it. You know, how many attempts will it take me to face the gaping dragon? If I remember right, isn't there supposed to be something over here? No, I'm just misremembering. Yeah, and then, alright, here's Solaire. Alright, when I'm on my way back out, I'm going to have to... Alright. Gonna have to remember the exact pathway out. Because I don't want to have to go through Blighttown. I just want to be able to make my way back to Andre so I can get the Crest of Artorias. Because this boss gives you, I believe, like 25,000 souls or something like that when you kill it. Yes, haha, fuck you, Kirk. Didn't want to fight you anyways. That's a lot of damage. I should have invested in Vigor. What sucks is that it keeps on making it so that I can't be locked on, and I don't know why. Solaire, use your lightning! It's a dragon! Come on, Solaire. Dragons in Dark Souls are like Lance's team in Pokemon Red and Blue. Like, it's all flying types. They're weak to electric. They're all flying types in this generation. Use your lightning. Solaire, use Thunderbolt. Ouch. People literally talk about how hard Dark Souls is. Then again, I am not doing well in this fight. I mean, I do have a bunch of Estus flasks still left, so I don't think that I'm going to lose. So far, the Capra Demon has been the hardest fight. Or more like the twin dogs and their pet demon is more like what that fight was. Solaire was vanquished. No shit. He literally was not using his type advantage. I just lost my Nuzlocke. My Solaire did not use Thunderbolt. Ooh. Boom shakalaka. Alright, got the Blighttown key, which I'm never going to use. Because I got a shortcut. Yeah, I was right on the money with the amount of souls I'd get. Which will be able to get me the Crest of Artorias. And I don't want to fight against Sif yet. Sif isn't a hard fight. But I want to go there so that I can get some... Like, I want to be able to get the stone armor. That way I can use it to just tank damage from certain enemies. Stop locking onto the fucking slimes. That's a soul clump that I'm not going to grab. I swear I'm not... Actually, you know what? There we are. I was using the expensive arrows again. I need to stop doing that. Especially because that was not going to be able to get me nearly as many as I just spent on the large arrows. Alright. I'm going to be switching to them because there's going to be a butcher. But you know what? I want to rescue the pyromancy teacher. Alright, I got the sack. Which is the most drippy thing in Dark Souls. Literally a burlap sack to cover my face. That way nobody in the world could get jealous of my beauty. Man, my first ever playthrough of Dark Souls, I accidentally dropped my controller and I wound up attacking him, leading to me having to kill him. And I just completely missed out on Pyromancy's my first playthrough, and that was a nightmare. Like, that was for Dark Souls. My first playthrough of Dark Souls 1. I missed out on the Pyromancy teacher, though my first actual Dark Souls game was Dark Souls 3. I did not miss out on the Pyromancy teacher in that game. Come on, lock onto the dog. I know they're more expensive, but I just want to one-tap the dog. Alright, from here I could pretty much just run on through. That jump was an accident. Probably should charge my phone, that way I can properly keep track of time. Easy dub. Alright. Wait a second, are they... He was so far away. You really... This is gonna hurt. Take all the extra soul clumps that I... Well, all the extra souls I can get before I do this. The Crest of Artorias. I'll level myself up as much as I can right now. And then any leftover souls I have, I'm going to be using for buying arrows. Okay, then I could level myself up quite a few times. Let's see then. I'm going to... Yeah. You know, this'll be fine. And then buy myself some arrows. Seven large arrows, which is nowhere near the amount that I wound up just wasting due to sheer stupidity from my part. Alright. Blood buildup. Why did it seem like I was doing more damage to that one? Ah, shit. Two of them at once. I'm shifting to the more expensive arrows just because I want to be able to... Right. Oh, thanks for the good luck. Yeah, I got the stream kind of going on one. Like, I got it on the screen so I could see the notifications, but then I also got the stream playing on my phone so that I can do stuff. Alright. This part's always a bitch. I'm not going to be fighting the puppy. I am not going to fight the puppy. Just run in, talk to the cat, get a ring, get your armor, get out. That's all you gotta do. Ow. I'm just here to talk to a cat. Leave me alone. Alright, I was just out of spell range. Come on. Yes, I'm talking to your cat. I'm talking to your cat. There. See, we're friends now. She's... Alright. We're friends. You're not going to kill me, right? Yeah, as long as I don't hurt a single member of her clan, I'll be good. All right. The big hat of Big Hat Logan. All right. Shit. Hey, I'm streaming. What is it?
It's me.
Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
You're streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was my grandma. Not sure if she wanted to ask if I wanted to come with her to pick up my cousins. Main reason I'm doing... Like, I streamed a bit of Dark Souls earlier. I'm streaming again because I don't want to have little ones in the background. Oh man, this is gonna be a bitch. I got two options right now for, actually no, three things that I potentially wanted to get done. You know, I think the first thing I'm going to want to do is probably take out Lortrek. Lortrek is on my chopping block for this stream. I could also go after Pinwheel, but it might be a challenge with my vigor being as low as it is. I think I'll want to save Pinwheel for after I kill Quelaag. That way I'm going into Sen's Fortress with the ability to have 20 Estus instead of just 10. It'll be much better for when I need to enter Anor Londo as well. So, you know, with Quelaag being on my chopping block, Lortrek has got to go. Oh, first I'm going to talk to my pyromancy teacher, just so that I can... Oh, shit. Whatever. Alright, I don't have enough souls for getting Iron Bot, or Iron Flesh, or whatever. I might have enough after I kill Lortrek, though. Oh, that's interesting. So if I push that button on my controller, alright. Huh, that's interesting. Starting off with a headshot. Maybe I should have tried going for some more large Titanite shards by grinding before I challenged him. Because I'm barely doing any damage. How did that just go to the right of him? I was locked on. Like, I understand, like, if he's dodging like he's doing now, but, like, come the fuck on. Is he just... He was standing still for a second. I thought he was just going to let me get a pot shot in on him. Okay, then he only drops 1,000 souls. Which isn't a lot, but it's better than nothing. I can't use those. So instead I'll just upgrade my flask. Going to equip the FAP ring for the extra health, stamina, and carrying capacity. Don't worry, Firekeeper, I kept you safe. I just murdered a man unprovoked so that he doesn't murder you unprovoked. I keep on forgetting to send this back up. Don't want to do anything having to do with New Londo yet. I typically save visiting New Londo until after I've been to the Grand Archives because Seath the Scaleless, you're scripted to die to him once and he afflicts you with curse. So I don't want to be able to I don't want to be reliant on transient curses to face off against them ghosts. Alright. Alright. Purple moss clumps. Very essential for this area. Get over here, Mildred. I don't want these things taking pot shots at me in the fight. I'm the only one allowed to take cheap pot shots around here. Alright. That was good. That I'll be able to level up a few times. Putting it into my vitality. Let's see then. Trying to figure out what has the highest poison resist. Alright then. Watch, it's just going to wind up being the armor I was already wearing. I'm actually pretty positive that it is actually just this. Hold up. I'm gonna kindle this, that way I'm not at a measly few. And I don't want to risk losing any humanities. Oh, I forgot she does drop an item. Okay then, 3 humanities and a butcher's knife. When I make it over, it's gonna be... Oh! Son of a whore! Quelana's domain. Alright. Alright, Mildred. You and I both have sack heads. Let us show her the power of the sack. I'm going to put my clothes back on, that way I have armor. Actually, I'm going to put on the stone armor because I want to be able to tank attacks, and I'm mainly going to be running, not jumping or rolling. Oh shoot, I skipped the cutscene. I was about to make a joke about the abdomen. Damn it. Said I'm trying not to roll, and then I immediately roll. Wait, that's right. I unequipped all other arrows. Ah, damn it. You know what? The stone armor is helping me out, though. Alright. I only have a handful of these. But you know what? That is a significantly larger amount of damage. You know, it's crazy. Later on, Gwyn basically does the same exact attack. Ah, come on. I'm trying to... I remember seeing somewhere that apparently if you hit her top part, the part that's human, it does supposedly poise break her. Mildred! Mildred! I just hope I got enough arrows for this fight, given how little damage these are actually doing. You know, aside from my damage output, this fight is actually going by pretty well. Oh, man. 3 more of these arrows left, and then I'm back to puny damage. Did it miss? Oh, man. I should have gone back up to Andre after killing Lortrek. I should have done that. Spent as many... Like, instead of upgrading my Pyromancy Flame, I should have just bought more arrows. You know, I do got plenty of humanities. So I think if I switch it to that as like a off item. It's so little damage. She always goes through with the follow through. Man, the Capra Demon fight was difficult, but this is at a whole other level. Like, I was able to dodge that with a fat roll. Come on. Ugh. That hurt. Come on, come on. So many fucking humanities that I could just have wound up. I dodged it with a fat roll. Okay. What sucks about this is, like, I'm able to tank attacks, but then, like, I'm not able to dodge without fat rolling. Two. Three. And I'm locked into the animation when I'm firing. Ugh. Come on. I only have a handful of shots left that I have to make. I want as big of a health bar as possible. That way I don't wind up just getting killed due to me dealing with bullshit. Come on. One more. Nope. So close. Come on. Is this it? Let's go. Oh. Oh, that was... That was satisfying. Second Bell of Awakening. Let's go. Man. Alright, I'm gonna make my way to the most depressing character in this game. I believe over here is the fog wall. Yes. I hate that it automatically sets it to no. But it is what it is. I'll take those level ups. Given the next boss I'm about to fight, endurance is where I'm going to want to go. And I'm going to kindle this next bonfire just because it's like I don't want to waste all of these humanities, and later on down the line I am going to circle back to the I'm going to circle back to her to join her covenant. Actually, I might as well do that while I'm over here, join her covenant. That way I can use some of these humanities towards opening up the shortcut later on. That way I don't have to go through Izalith. Okay then. I can't use that because I'm doing bow only, but I'll offer up some of these humanities. I believe you have to offer her 30 in total to be able to get her to open up the shortcut. That'll be 2 bosses that I can skip, and it's going to be a shortcut to the Bed of Chaos, so that's just going to be a bonus. Alright. Now to the giant mutant baby. I have been going bow only this entire run, but this is a boss that, just like when I did the plunge attack on the Taurus demon, like it was entirely for the flex when I did that. Defeating this boss, it's got a gimmick way to kill it, where you just punch it a few times to get him to fall. And instead of wasting the arrows, I'm just going to beat his hand while using no weapons. I just gotta make sure that I don't wind up dying, because I gotta lure him to the edge. If I wind up dying, then I gotta circle back to where the fight begins and then circle all the way around. Alright, here's another one of the saddest NPCs in FromSoft games. The fact that the crying that this character winds up unleashing, like if you, like it's just slowed down baby crying. Look at that, he's only got 1 tooth. He was a baby. And he's just over here staring at the corpse of his sister, who he believes is dead. Look at him. He's just over here mourning, and I'm just walk over like an asshole and rob a grave. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to heal because if I stop for a second, he is going to kill me. I just have to run to the fog gate. And if everything goes by swell like it's supposed to, he'll jump up trying to squish me. And from there, I just punch him a few times and he drops dead. And that's an easy couple thousand souls, which I could then take to Andre and use to purchase large arrows for Sen's Funhouse. You know what? Just to make the flex even more hurtful, I'm going to dress up like his dead sister. Come over here, brother. This is what you get for being a mutated baby. Not even worth the arrows. Come on, do I have the gesture? Yeah, and that lava is all of his tears. And now that he's dead, he's no longer producing enough tears to flood it with lava. I might be a scumbag. Oh well. This armor also has some of the highest poison resist in the game, so it's going to be making going through the bottom parts of Blighttown a little bit easier. Quelaag, that was a fight. This was just tragedy, that's what it was. Okay, then I didn't unequip them. Level 30. I think this is actually the earliest I got to this point in the game. Normally I'm like level 45, level 60. Man, going into Sen's Fortress is going to be a bitch. It's also going to be a bitch trying to go out through Blighttown with... Hold on a sec. Where am I? There they are. Gonna need those purple moss clumps here in a second. Alright, and when I do upgrade my Pyromancy Flame far enough, this is where the sister is going to be located, the one that that giant baby thought was dead. I don't know. Dark Souls, the game where child abuse and animal cruelty is fun. I don't know how my best buddy Steven keeps on dying to that kind of shit. Like, he's died so many times to just that elevator alone. It's ridiculous. I don't fuck with you, tiny tree person. Add your used heroin needles that you use as darts. Come on. I'm just gonna try to stun it. I say that I'm gonna try to stun it, and then it stuns me. That Quelaag fight I had just a moment ago, that was an absolute nightmare. I could feel years of my life being shaved off by how much that was stressing me out. Hmm. $21,000 souls. Alright, good. It wasn't the one time I forgot to send this back up. I mean, the one time I did remember. I've been forgetting to send that thing back up so many times I was just going to not even bring it up, but oh well. Thanks to me being a murder hobo my first playthrough, you wound up living, and because I learned from that, you still live. I'm just resting at this bonfire so that it becomes my most recent one. I'm going to need a lot of arrows. Oh. Heard a noise, and there was a cat walking on top of the fire escape. Let's see then. Gonna try to get like, let's do 100 to get me started on those. Actually, it's not like I can use her boss ult to do anything else. Man, I should have done that to begin with. I'm not going to waste the homeward bone to... Not sure if I want to tackle Sten's Fortress yet on this stream, though I do think that I'll try taking on Pinwheel. Gonna double check to make sure that I'm basically going to be affirming that Firelink Shrine is indeed the bonfire that I have set to be my in case I die bonfire. Hey Frampt, nice mustache. I wish I had time to talk, but quite frankly, I don't give a shit. Screw you, Frampt. I'm going home. That's... Soul of a Large Undead. I believe I can get the binoculars around here as well. Over there, it's the Zweihander, which is one of the main weapons for one of the most popular builds, being Giant Dad. You get a Chaos Zweihander with the giant armor and the... Ow. The Mask of the Father. And then you're able to just make the Giant Dad build, which is one of the most popular builds in Dark Souls history. Alright. I'm not even going to attempt to fight the skeletons, because first you gotta kill the necromancers, and after the necromancers are dead, the skeletons will stop infinitely respawning. Alright. And I always screw up when it comes down to the skip for over here to get to... Ow. Alright. Screw you, skeletons. Alright, then I think I drop here. Chug, chug, chug. Drop here. It's an old meme, but I'm summoning Leroy Jenkins. Alright, 4 Estus, and then I do have Homeward Bones. So after I face him. And what sucks is that regardless of what you do, if you take the shortcut, you are going to be going in with a little bit of damage either way, just by entering the boss arena. So I think I'm going to go back to the stone set. I don't think I'll need it because Pinwheel is one of the easier bosses in the game. But yeah, see, tiny bit of damage. You do the same thing happens to you when you fight against Gravelord Nito. I don't think I've fought Pinwheel on a computer before. I've done it on my Xbox plenty of times. So I'm pretty sure I'll get the achievement for killing him. Oh. In all honesty, I'm hoping I get the Mask of the Son instead of the Mask of the Father. That's a... Yeah, just wearing the stone armor, I'm kicking butt. Meanwhile, this paladin is incredibly stupid. Oh! I talk about how stupid he is, and then pretty much he just winds up just taking the last chunk of his health away. You know what? I can't even be that mad. The Mask of the Mother? Damn it. What does the Mask of the Mother do again? So it's just a slow health regain? Is that what it is? Or does it raise health? Did I misread that? Oh, it raises maximum HP. Okay, yeah, it doesn't heal HP. It just gives you an HP buff. You know what? That's not too bad. I would have preferred the Mask of the Sun, but it is what it is. I've seen on other people's bow-only runs, they go and try to get the Silver Serpent Ring after this. But, you know, the Silver Serpent Ring is nice. But, personally, I think that there's better uses of time. Purchase items. Iron Flesh, that's going to be really good. Going to modify it as high as he'll let me. Alright. Stone Flesh is going to be great for any more boss fights that I'm going to have where I'm going to want to just focus on upping my defense. Let's see now. I know that later I'm going to want the bow of the Dark Sun Gwendolyn because that's the best weapon for an archery build. And it does scale better with Faith than Dexterity. I'm just going to look up the minimum stats for that. Alright. Dark Sun Gwendolyn. Trying to see where it says his boss weapon. Alright, and then the Dark Moon Bow. Alright then. 16 in dexterity is what it requires. A 7 in strength and a 16 in faith. So I am going to put this point into faith. That way I can start inching my way closer to that. No need to go into the Tomb of the Giants just yet, so... Sen's Funhouse. This is gonna be a bitch. I wasn't planning on going in today, but... I only got a limited amount of time before there are children here, and I gotta listen to them in the background. You know what? I'm gonna go in. I'm going to see how much my bow does with every type of arrow against the snake men. And depending on the damage, I might end the stream and go do some grinding off stream inside of Blighttown, because the little worm dudes do drop large titanite shards, which I can use to upgrade my bow to a +10, which will be able to just make me absolutely go through with a lot more ease than a +7. Though I should buy myself as many arrows as I can to restock. Alrighty then. Firstly, I'm going to be going with the standard arrows and the wooden arrows. So then I believe that's the standard, and then these are the wooden. Alright. Might also do some grinding to be able to get other types of arrows, like poison arrows, fire arrows from the one merchant. Alright. 30 damage. That's barely anything. Come on, quit turtling. That's a different type of reptile than what you are. There aren't turtles till Dark Souls 2. You're being the wrong reptile. 24 damage? Okay then. Let's try the large. Come on, get back here, you bitch. 39. $30. Oh, shit. My foot bumped the wire that I got for my controller, and it just dragged the laptop. Get back here, you bitch. Back here, you bitch. Let's see now. 4 Estus and quite a few arrows. Just to be able to go into the first room of Sen's Fortress. Soul of a Brave Warrior. Hold on. Yep, Sen's Playhouse. Let's see now. Wait, is he already... Get over here. Come on. I know you want to. Alright, I'm going to wait for him over here. Yeah, I know. That second room is going to be a bitch. It's already hard enough that I'm only coming in with a +7 longbow. And I used up a pretty good chunk of my Estus. Wait a second. If I feed Frampt Titanite chunks, doesn't he turn them into large Titanite shards? Then I'll be able to get it to a +8 bow. Quit turtling. Dark Souls 2 is the one with turtles. Alright. Good on you. Yeah, I'm trying to go bow only. I'm not sure if I included that in the title. I may have forgotten. But it is what it is. Actually, you know what? Why am I even going back? I should just go snipe the giant, get the large Titanite chunk, and then feed it to Frampt for large Titanite shards. And let me see then. If I remember right, yeah, you could just cheese this guy. Oh. Oh. Man. Gotta get the timing right because regardless his... yep. That hurt. Alright, you're a fan of pyromancy. Yeah, and I get it. Elden Ring bow only runs are a lot more fun because you got the ability to equip them with different Ashes of War. Meanwhile, in the main Souls games, you don't have access to Ashes of War, so you can't make it rain arrows, and you don't have status effects that you're able to just stack on them. Instead, you're just relying on taking pot shots at them till they're eventually dead. Though I gotta say, like, this will be watchable later on YouTube, like the whole thing, or maybe you could backtrack a bit. The fight I had with Qualag earlier, that was an absolute, like, that was an absolute nightmare to do. Alright. They sound so goofy. No wonder even when giants become knights, they're made fun of. Heck, I'm questioning if I might get demonetized because of just how caked up this giant is. It's got more cake than I do. When I leave the bakery, I wind up owing them a lot of money just because I leave with like, I walked in owing them a cake because I am already in the negatives. Man, kind of making me feel bad for going after him when he's winded like that. Oof. Am I just stuck? You know what? Perfect spot for me to be stuck. Yeah, I'll read your comment in a second. The window is kind of small on my computer monitor for me to be able to see them. I got it pulled up on the side on my phone. That way I could read these things. Let's see. I should have probably just switched to my larger arrows just to be able to do more damage, but oh well. Let's see then. Yeah, I don't know, that whole fight was a bitch. Though a large part of it was me just eventually running around in circles, and I started getting really good at figuring out her attack patterns. Though I was popping humanity's left, right, and center just to be able to keep up my health. I was able to do it in the first try, but yeah, that fight was not fun. And then after that, I took out Ceaseless Discharge. I didn't use my bow for that one. I straight up just put on his sister's clothes, his dead sister's clothes, and hit his hand until he dropped dead with just bare hands. It was a good time. Alright, then he's back. And my Pyromancer left, which means that he's probably down in Blighttown. Ah, yes, that. Thank you for quoting me. Yeah, feed Titanite chunk. All right. I mean, right now I'm wearing the Mask of the Mother, so I guess it's just a thing where it's canon that my character likes to wear women's clothes. Then again, I did start off my character as a woman because the body frame for the women model inside of Dark Souls is being smaller actually does result inside of just a higher evasion chance, which is something that I wound up finding out when watching this speedrunner. They said that that was the reason why they choose to be a woman inside of all their speed runs of the game. I'm not sure like how accurate a statement that is, but like, I'll take any advantage I can get given that I'm doing a challenge run. I'll just say continuity wise that my character is a woman, but downstairs they got a kickstand. Let's see now. Soul of a Brave Warrior. Reinforced weapons. Alright. +8, so I should be able to do a little bit more damage. Um, I'll see how far I'm able to level up before I try going too crazy. I should be able to level up twice, so I'm going to put it into both points into dexterity. Any little bit of damage I can do extra is massively helpful. Alright. Large arrows. Alright. I should probably head to the bathroom before I attempt this again. That way I'm not just like, oh man, I'm struggling so bad, but I gotta piss. Can't have any distractions. I almost forgot to kindle this bonfire up a couple times. Let's see now. I'm gonna use a twin humanity. Glad I went out of my way to kill Pinwheel. Alrighty then. Quit turtling. It's the wrong game for turtles. Come on now, I was trying to use the booby trap to kill the both of ya. You know, just upgrading it once and leveling up twice did significantly increase the damage. So, you know what? That's good. That is good. Put down your shield and fight me like a man. I think these guys don't ever drop their shield, but I saw that other one did drop an item, which is going to be its sword, which I can't use in my run. Yep. This one also dropped the sword. Pop a humanity, that way I can keep as many of my Estus as possible. Yep, great sword. Alright, then slightly to the left because the game likes to have arrows drift a little bit to the right. I was about to say, is he going to make it all the way over here without dropping down? You know what? Good on you. The S-Stock is actually one of my favorite weapons to use for a Dark Souls playthrough. If I'm going like a dexterity build. Because it can actually... like, I guess just the poke attack that it has is good enough. Alright, so my strategy for Sen's Funhouse is to use the stone armor to just tank attacks and poise through a lot of stuff. Then yeah, I did Gaping Dragon earlier. That fight wasn't too bad. Man, I can't even see him. Alright. Alright. Personally, I don't parry often, and I won't really be parrying too much in this playthrough. Ooh, 2 large Titanite shards. Man, I could use... You know what? That's not what I intended to do, but okay. Gotta re-equip... Okay, then, that's... But I equipped a Ring of Sacrifice because if I wind up dying in Sen's Funhouse, I don't want to worry about the souls, because being able to upgrade my bow one more time will be good. Alright. What am I going to do? Stab him with my bow afterwards? Well, if I get myself a crossbow, I can parry, and then while their stance broken, go in with that. Like, if I get the Avalon later on, that'll be really good, because it'll be able to fire off 3 shots, though there aren't any crossbow bolts inside of Dark Souls 1 that have any sort of status effects. It's not like Dark Souls 3, where after Greirat dies, you're able to get Greirat's ashes, and they wind up giving you crossbow bolts that can inflict bleed damage. Right now I'm doing this like on a laptop, but when I get a gaming PC, I plan on getting Dark Souls 3 for the PC to be able to... Like, I'm going to eventually do the whole series on this channel. Maybe eventually Elden Ring as well, with bow-only runs, but Dark Souls 3 is going to be plenty of fun. It's just going to suck that I won't really be able to utilize the best crossbow in Dark Souls 3 until after I beat Slave Knight Gale, and he is so much farther along in the game. Like, he is the final boss of the final DLC of the Dark Souls trilogy. Alright. Alright. Oh man, I always screw up going there. I think that's like the first time in 3 years that I was able to first try go through that. I have been practicing with bow only on Elden Ring, on my Xbox, but I'm not really able to stream through that. Hold on. Yeah, it's true. Like, yeah, I guess it's true. Like, that would be difficult to do, but it is possible. And using Gale's repeating crossbow, like, is the only item in Dark Souls 3 that I have ever had to use a repair powder on, just because of the fact that durability inside of that game might as well be non-existent like it is inside of Elden Ring. Yet the repeating crossbow that Gale has just winds up shredding through its own durability ridiculously quickly. No! I had a feeling my timing was off. You know, it's a good thing I had that Ring of Sacrifice on. Man, I am so glad that I'm cautious. Like, that would have costed me so much. You know, I think I hear my little cousin now, and I don't want little kids to be in the background, so I think I'm going to call this stream. Tomorrow, when they're at school, I'll stream some more, but man, I was thinking that I was going to be able to make it through to the bonfire of Sen's Fortress before my stream was done. Like, the fact that I got any of Sen's Fortress covered today, like, it's definitely a lot farther than I was planning to. But yeah, thank you, Fusion. I just had to double check your name. Have a good one.